Hey guys, just wanted to touch base since it's Monday and make sure everybody's feeling good about the coming week. This week we're doing memos. Everything you need should be in the week 3 content folder. So we're doing a memo activity. Well, doing your memo assignment. You'll do a peer review and then turn in your final draft of your memo. Um, Hopefully you noticed it on the content folder in big red letters that it says we're going to be doing the peer review differently this week than we did last week. So last week we kind of had everybody email everything back and forth, and it got kind of convoluted, and we had some people that were participating and some people that weren't, and so it was kind of hard to keep track of who's participating in these peer reviews and who isn't, without essentially asking you guys to, hey, if your partner doesn't talk to you or doesn't let you know, then you need to let us know, kind of thing. And that's really kind of, in my opinion, it was too much to ask of you guys in the end. So I want to try doing this through Connect. Through Connect, I'll be able to track it. So it'll tell me basically who has finished their peer review and who hasn't. As I mentioned in the video leading about the syllabus and everything, I think the peer review in this class is very, very important. And I really want you guys interacting with each other and participating in these peer reviews. And if you aren't participating in these peer reviews, then there will be a consequence to your grade for not doing so. And I told the seated class the same thing, and I'm tracking their participation with peer review the same as I'm tracking yours. It's easier because they're in class, and if they don't show up for class, they lose their points of participation. And that's essentially what I'm doing for both classes. If you do not participate in the peer review, you will lose 10 points off of your participation grade at the end of the semester. Okay, I'm tracking that. I just wanted to let you guys know that so that it's pretty clear and that there aren't any questions at the end of the semester as to how I calculated that participation, that portion of the participation grade. So please participate, interact with your peers, do those peer reviews. It's so important to have somebody else's eyes looking at your work. So having said that, let's move on to some nicer things. I've been very, very pleased, very happy with the interaction that we're getting on Packback. I know it's a little convoluted, and I apologize for that, but the interaction has been wonderful so far. I've seen so many great posts, and really, I want to sit and comment on them all, but man, there's so many posts that it's hard to actually comment on all. So I just wanted to call a few of them out, and some of these may be from last week. But Charles, I really liked your introduction post, your post about I'm not particularly sure what to do, and you just laid it out and you said, hey, I'm trying to utilize my GI Bill while I can. I'm not sure if I want to be a CPA or not. All those that's fine. That's fine. You're doing something about it. You're taking a step towards becoming a professional, and that's wonderful. You will figure out along the way whether or not you want to sit for your CPA. The good news is that if you do not want to sit for your CPA, there are other certifications that accountants can pursue that are just as applicable and probably more applicable in some instances. For example, I'm a CFE. I'm a certified fraud examiner. I worked for the government and I worked for not-for-profits. Having my CPA didn't make sense. I wasn't working in public accounting. I was working in fund accounting, basically both places I worked at. So it made more sense for me to pursue a CFE because that's what I was doing. I was doing fraud and forensics work. That made sense to me. So that's what I did. I'm still pursuing my CPA. I've taken a break from studying while I'm catching up with this job, learning how to do this job. But here in a couple months, I'll go back to studying and sit for my exams, hopefully. So I thought that was a great post, Charles. I really like that. You'll figure it out. Part of this class is trying to help you figure out what you like to do and help you realize that there are other things you can do that aren't just audit or tax or CPA. So Charles, you did really well. Olivia, you've been amazing in these posts. You've posted so many quality posts. You've done everything you can to make sure that curiosity score is as high as possible without gaming the system. What you're putting in there is relevant and makes sense. So you keep up the good work on that for sure. You have been one of the linchpins for engagement in the class, and that's wonderful. Like I said, I want everybody engaging with each other. I want everybody interacting, and these really quality posts by, like, from Charles and Olivia and from Tatum. And if I'm not mentioning your name, it's okay. You're making quality posts. It's just, like I said, there's been so many of them. It's been hard for me to keep up with all of them each week, but keep it up, keep it up. I am reading through them. Don't think that I'm not reading through them. I am definitely sitting each day and reading through them. That's why sometimes I don't get back to you guys until Wednesday or Thursday about it, because I'm reading those posts. I'm actually actively engaged in reading those posts. So I just want to say good job. You guys are doing wonderfully with that. I'm so impressed with the participation that we're getting on PackBack. It's been wonderful so far. So really, that's the last thing I wanted to talk about today, outside of, I kind of wanted to see how many people are actually watching these videos. I'm getting several questions that the answers to those questions are in the videos. So if you have watched this video all the way through this point, please send me an email and say, hey, I watched the video. If you do that, you will receive 5 extra credit points. Okay, so if you've watched the video this far, send me an email saying, hey, I watched the week 3 touching base video. Give me my points, something to that effect. And I will award you 5 bonus points, 5 extra credit points for the class. All right. Thanks, guys.